What's up, coders, programmers, computer scientists, hobbyists that just like watching coding, maybe watch coding stuff and you don't even understand it and you just like to watch people type. But nonetheless, I think most of the people that watch this channel are, studying algorithms, data structures in hopes of getting a job. And, you see other videos. Of course, this isn't everything, right? You need to be a good fit. You need to be a good culture fit. So you have to have a personality. When you go into the company, you have to kind of vibe well with the interviewer and do good on the behavioral portion, right? That does matter. But algorithms and data structures are still super important. But, besides that, there's other things, right? First thing is getting the interview is a main thing. And I think that's one of the things that you guys need or is super helpful in getting an interview is a developer portfolio, right? I'm currently looking at, this is my developer portfolio, nickwhite.com. And I want to talk about how I made my portfolio. I think there's a few things that are really important in having like a really solid developer portfolio. And when I apply to jobs, I link this and I get, when I'm doing interviews, I get complimented on this thing right here. And it's really simple. So the first thing I would say is I keep this thing to a bare minimum, right? I have pictures of my past projects. So these are projects I'm proud of. And I put, on hover, I show a little description, a title, and I talk about what type of project it is. And right, you could just scroll through. I got some really cool pictures. I look up Mac PNG. So I'll get like a empty computer screen and then I'll take a picture of the project and I'll Photoshop it into the devices, So these aren't actual pictures of these aren't devices I have and I'm doing like photo shoots with them. I'm just Photoshopping. I look up like computer PNG and I just Photoshop my project onto the screens and it looks really cool. And that's another part of this is you want to showcase your skills as if you're applying to be like a UI UX designer, a front-end developer, a full-stack developer, you really want your website to look good. I see a lot of programmers that, they'll put things like, they'll almost make their portfolio like kind of memey or like retro, and it'll just be like plain text with some colors, and like they have if you read the text, it's like, holy crap, this programmer is really good. Like they don't need to make anything cool because that's their attitude. Like people have this attitude, I don't need my portfolio to be super cool because, you read the text and you could tell I am like a prodigy, right? But you do, because first of all, these recruiters that are, some of the recruiters that are looking. All right, hold on. I got to go get sorry to pause Postmates, but I don't even remember where we were, but yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I just think that some developers, they get a little bit cocky, right? They put, retro background color, they'll put their picture, and then they'll put, a paragraph of text that's super long explaining all of their accomplishments and how smart they are and stuff like that. And recruiters sometimes don't even know anything about programming, right? Some recruiters don't have programming experience. I've talked to recruiters on the phone that don't even know how to pronounce programming languages. So you want, when you're applying directly and they're looking at your application and you're putting these social links, if they look at your developer portfolio, you want it to look as good as possible so they pass you along to the next part. And if you're applying directly to, founders, engineering teams, other people, you want it to look as good for them too. If your position involves any front-end aspect at all, you want to showcase this is the kind of style of design you might be bringing to the table, or this is the quality of work you can bring to the table. And, I think different companies have different styles of, design and development in general. So I'd say stick to a pretty minimalistic website. Don't get too fancy because they might be like, oh, this person likes this kind of design that might not fit in here. So I like to keep mine very, professional. What would you call this? Like sleek? What does sleek mean? Elegant, streamlined shape or design. Okay, so yeah, I like to keep it very sleek, making it very professional looking. There is a little bit of design stuff here, like you're showing that you know how to do user interface development. I'm doing this Photoshop and stuff like this. I like to have this header with a few tabs. You want to put your experience, you want to put your projects. If you've done research, I think that's a good thing, or other accomplishments. I have this article section. Mine hasn't been updated in a while. I do have my social links here, so that's a good thing I think you should include. And yeah, I think that being, very simple and showing that you know how to design and develop a website, put all of the good information, all of the big things about you that are going to make companies want to hire you, and, you know, developing a website is not difficult. Like, developing a portfolio is not difficult. So you're going to be doing a lot more complicated things, especially like architecture related at a lot of these jobs that you might be applying to, depending on what you're applying to. You know, for software engineering, you know, building a website isn't going to be as hard as the task you're probably going to have to accomplish in industry. So you really want to show, hey, look, I can at least build a website, so I'm this good. Now, you can build these websites for free, right? You can code them in HTML, CSS. I actually did mine in React. And you can deploy React apps to, you know, GitHub Pages for completely free. I mean, I did buy the domain, so you don't even have to buy the domain, though. You could just do it with your GitHub account. So whatever your GitHub account is, .github.io, you could look up how to do that. I even have a video on that. But yeah, you can send in your GitHub link. I just bought a domain for like a couple bucks. And now I have my own nickwhite.com domain, which, you know, probably makes it look even a little bit better. You know, I showed I can do a few things, right? I showed I can format text, I can format images. You know, there's a little bit of layout going on here. I embedded, you know, videos, I embedded images. I have icons down here, right? That looks good. You know, the highlighting with the tabs and the, you know, making the text bigger, the underlining and stuff like that. It shows that, you know, I know what I'm doing with CSS at least a little bit. So the main things I would suggest for building the best possible developer portfolio is make a website. It doesn't have to have all these tabs. It doesn't need all of this stuff. I would recommend projects and experience at least, but emphasize on the website all of your best accomplishments. Keep it very simple, and then show that you're doing a little bit of stuff with CSS, or that you know how to do a little bit of something with a website. You know, one page with just text and a picture of yourself is kind of lame, I would say. I'm actually, you know, through this, you know, through all these pictures, it does show who I am a little bit and shows a little bit more about me and talking about yourself. So even talking about yourself a little bit more might give the company a better idea of who you are as a person as well. So that's about it. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys want to send in your developer portfolios to me in Discord, I could also do a video talking about some of my viewers' developer portfolios and giving some advice. I'm sure there's a lot of people with better portfolios than me, especially design-wise and stuff like that, but I'm pretty proud of mine, and companies seem to enjoy mine. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. I haven't updated this in a while. I do need to go back and update. I have more experience in projects and stuff now. But it only took me about 15 hours of work. I did it a few hours a day over a week. You could do this in a weekend, and you know, I think it's worth it in the long run because I send in my resume and I also send in this link. And companies do really look at this stuff. They look at your GitHub, they look at this, and they look at your resume. Those are the three, and LinkedIn, right? Those are the main 3 or 4 things that I think that they really look at. And I do think they look at this a lot more because I really hear about this a lot. So yeah, please send in your developer portfolios if you want. I might do a video looking at other people's and talking about them. You know, maybe you guys have some really amazing ones, and you know, maybe a video showcasing those could even attract, you know, people that watch my videos. Maybe there's some hiring managers that would watch, but I mean, that's a little bit far-fetched, but maybe. You never know. So if you guys want to do that, send those over to my Discord. Might do a video about that eventually. But this is just my advice. Super simple. Make an HTML, CSS file, put some stuff about you on it, push it up to GitHub Pages. Look it up, GitHub Pages. You find a bunch of videos on it. Super easy. Push it up the website for free. Thank you guys for watching. This is my advice for developer portfolios. And yeah, that's it. Thanks. Please like and subscribe as it helps my channel grow. We just hit 40K subscribers. I'm really happy about that. Road to 50K, then road to 100K. All right. See you guys in the next video. Peace.